I always thought Little Nightmares would translate well into VR with its dark, nightmarish atmosphere and being a super small kid escaping giant and gruesome monsters in huge environments. They're solid horror experiences. So when I heard about Little Nightmares VR Altered Echoes, I was extremely excited even though I had some reservations, the big one being it was developed by Iconic. They successfully captured that dark atmosphere and has good VR mechanics like interactable objects and smooth climbing, as well as having a nice sense of scale, which is really important for Little Nightmares. But they did, in my opinion, have some major but fixable VR transgressions in the VR options department, giving you forced blinders in the form of Dark 6's hood, only allowing you to make them bigger in the options, and also only snap turning. You do get used to the blinders, but I get what they're trying to do, appealing to the people who don't play VR that much, reducing VR sickness. And probably makes the game run easier too, but it shouldn't be forced on veterans of VR. They should just have it as default and let you turn it off as needed. But I'm betting enough fans will complain it will be fixed with the patch soon, but we'll see. Okay, now that I'm off that tangent, I'll go through everything else quickly. You play a 6 who's turned into Dark 6 by the Tall Man, and now you must teleport through the TV into his world to make yourself whole again. And as I made my way through this nightmarish world rather quickly, taking me only 3 hours to beat, I felt I was playing the greatest moments from the series. There's also some new threats we haven't seen, which I'll avoid talking about. It's very cool seeing these monsters in full scale, especially the creepy stretching neck teacher from the second game, which is terrifying in VR. And it had some very panic-inducing chase sequences in Little Nightmares fashion. Spot on. There's some very mild puzzles just like the previous games and implements VR mechanics well. A lot of interactable objects and cool looking environments we've seen in past games. Good at making you feel like a tiny bug in a big world, with collectible music notes along the way. And speaking of bugs, I couldn't find any on my playthrough, very well optimized. But it did look very washed out and oversaturated. Basically looks like a quest game since it is at the base level. I played on Steam VR and it had very basic graphics settings from very low to high, and I was playing on high. Other than that, there's not much to say. It's a basic short VR game that doesn't do anything new, but does do what it is very well. And I would wait till it's on sale for 20 bucks or something. The $30 price tag is just too much to ask for a little under 3 hours. Alright, that's it for the review. If you found it helpful, then please slash that like button and maybe subscribe if you want to stay up to date on the latest horror gaming news and reviews. See you next time.